Okay, guys. Wednesday, 29th of January. Hey, Lucho, how are you, man?
Teacher Hernan, it is my pleasure to be here. Hello, everybody. Nice to have you guys here as well.
Yes, nice to have you too. Welcome to our new channel, English with Hernan. Remember, today we are in the new channel for everybody. So if you can subscribe, this is a new project. And the whole idea is to do it only in English. So, what's up, Lucho? How has your day been?
It's been a busy day, teacher. It's been a busy day running up and down, a lot of meetings, a lot of PowerPoint presentations. But in a way, it's good because that is job stability.
That's it. Yeah, yeah, I totally agree with you. Job stability. Yeah,
For sure.
that's a good one. Yeah, yeah, that's a good one. I am going to send you another link
Sure.
just just so on your WhatsApp to see if you can also link to this one because I am on a second I'm on a second tab. I am streaming for YouTube for Facebook, and I don't know, I'm not sure if they can hear you on Facebook, so maybe if you can link into that one, and let's see if your computer can hold both stream lives.
Okay.
All right.
All
Okay,
right.
in the meantime, I'm going to say hi to everybody on Instagram. Remember, today we are on English with Hernan. As we said yesterday, we announced it. Today we would only do it in English, just trying to push our news channel. Here you are, teacher. If you can unmute your microphone and then you just go back to the other tab and forget
There I
about
go.
this one.
There you
I'll be
go. How
back
about
on
that?
both. Yeah, yeah.
So
You know
yeah,
what?
I'm gonna look here.
Are you on both?
I am.
Oh, very good. Ah, very good. Fantastic. Well done, man. Well done. Well done.
Look at
All
I want
right.
to say hello, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, you are just the most. She is so loyal, a loyal viewer.
Oh,
Jacqueline
oh
is a
yes.
loyal viewer.
Yeah, she's always here with us.
She is. She is.
She's been with us for the past I don't know, like maybe 4 years. Jacqueline, yeah, is it 4 years when you first saw our classes?
How
Um,
is that Jacqueline from that we gave class to some years back? Is that the same Jacqueline?
no, I don't think she's been in our classes. No. Hi, Lorena. It's Lorena Edith. She's also one of our premium users, and she's been with us for a couple of years as well. I
Good
think
for her.
Lorena is from Argentina.
Oh, Lorenz for Argentina. Welcome, Argentina. Where's Jacqueline from?
Jacqueline is from Dominican Republic.
Oh, wow. Quisqueya La Bella. Yes.
Yes,
Dominican Republic. They say
yes,
Punta Cana is beautiful. I've
yes.
never
They
been.
say that. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah. So people from Instagram, if you want to link in with us and tune in English with Hernan, remember it's at English with Hernan. For everybody on YouTube, if you're on the Spanish channel, you can go to our new channel and don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to push this channel in order to offer content only in English. Santo Domingo National District, teacher. That's where Jacqueline is from.
Oh, wow. How cool is that?
Yes, 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 yes. You are muted on the other channel, on the
Yeah.
other tab.
I am. Yeah. So I got to keep this one open so you can hear me. I see.
You
I
can
see
keep
how this works.
you have to keep both of them because then people from Facebook won't be able to hear you.
Oh, I see. So I
All
can
right.
unmute. I can unmute both like this, right?
But you
All
know
right.
what you can do. But you know what you can do in order. Oh no, that would be me. I think
No,
that.
I unmuted both
All
microphones. So
right.
I'm good.
Yes, I get you now.
Hello, Lorena lives in Buenos Aires,
Yes,
Argentina. They say
she
Argentina
lives in Buenos
or
Aires. Yes,
it's like for me, Argentina's like the France of Latin America. Because it
that
has so much culture. It's so refined.
that's what they say. Yes,
Yeah, that's
indeed.
what they say.
That's what I hear. Yeah. All right, Lucho. So we have, yes, I live in Buenos Aires. Yes, She was asking me, Helena didn't know. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Daniel. How are you? Daniel, I don't know where Daniel is from. Daniel, where are you from? Daniel is on Instagram, and then we have a couple of people on YouTube and TikTok as well. If people want to tell us where you are from, where you are watching us from, we'll be delighted to read you.
Yeah,
All
you know,
right.
we want to be the biggest community of native Spanish speakers that want to learn English. So everybody is invited, and not only people from Latin America, but people from all around the world are welcome. And as Teacher Adnan mentioned, today's podcast will be completely in English, and the idea is not only for Latin Americans to be with us, but people from around the world that want to improve their English.
That's it. That's all we want, indeed. All right. Okay, very good. All right, teacher. So we have here the first question. We have a couple
Sure.
of questions as well. Can I achieve fluency in English solely through comprehensible input, or should I also focus on grammar and structure exercises?
That's a good question, teacher. And I think this is something that, you know, it surprises me how long we have been teaching languages around the world, but very few methodologies have emerged throughout the years. However, this one, what is comprehensible input, was put forth by Stephen Crash, and we talked a little bit about it yesterday. And the idea is that the input should be slightly higher than what we know. The input could be listening, it could be reading, but it doesn't focus specifically on grammar instruction or vocabulary memorization or repetitive drills like the traditional style. It's more of an immersion process where you acquire the language through context. So, in that sense, it's possible, but it's very important when, I mean, if we're going to talk about comprehensible input, that you try to consume, uh, content that is a little bit higher than your level. So, if you're somebody that's, maybe a B1 and you try to read maybe a medical text, that's way too high for you. So, I would suggest, trying to watch something that it has very clear, a series with very clear speaking characters, podcast where they don't speak too fast, something where they speak about general topics instead of focusing on very technical English.
That's it. I totally agree with that. Yeah, I'd say not. I don't think you could achieve fluency by only one approach.
I
I'd say,
agree.
or one skill, because in the past days, I remember someone asked us if they could achieve fluency only by Duolingo, for example, which
Or
is a
listening
clear
to music. Some people say, I only listen
listening
to
to
music.
music. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I agree with you. It has to be a mix because when we speak our native language, we don't just speak it. We speak it and we write it and we listen to it. And so that's the same thing when we acquire a new language. We also have to work on all of the skills, the four skills.
Yes, I totally agree with that. All right, we have a couple of people here. So we have, let me read them on Instagram. Remember, if you're on Instagram and you want to come to YouTube, you can find us in at English with Hernan. At
Hello to Arlette.
English with Hernan. So we have, I'm from Mexico, from Colombia, Mexico. Daniel Torres, we asked him where he's from, and he said Mexico, but he lives in Canada. Wow. Then we have Eli, they're from New York City, Brazil. Aline, do you speak Spanish, English? What do you speak from Brazil? Only Portuguese. Dominican Republic. We have a singer and producer from Dominican Republic. That's Ellie
Wow, that's fantastic.
from New York. Dominican Republic. A lot of people from Dominican Republic. We have Sayomi from Nicaragua. And then YouTube tutorials, videos, better for everyone. Yeah, do you do all right? So they're telling us the singer they're telling us do YouTube tutorials, videos better for everyone. We try and we will keep trying, of course. Um,
Yes.
yeah, so we have people from everywhere, really. I want to know if you hear us okay for classes, level 3 classes. That would be for February, actually. All right, and we have people from Polonia, Polonia, Illinois, I suppose, because it's an IL, or Poland. I don't know. We have people from Panama. I'm not speaking English. Fuck. No, that's okay. That's the F word. Honduras, Honduras. We have Argentina. All right, guys. Very good. Chile. Very good, guys. So tell us if you can hear us okay, please. And we have Luis Alfredo. He is from Barranquilla. So Luis,
Barranquilla, yeah.
yes, Luis Alfredo, and we also have um, Carol from Bolivia. Remember, English with Hernan today, guys. Subscribe to our new channel because a lot of people are asking us for what's it called, for information only, or for tutorials or whatever, only in English. So we have created a new channel, which is English with Hernan, on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, in order to bring content in English so you can do immersion. All right. We have another question here, teacher. How can I overcome difficulties in understanding native speakers when they speak quickly or use unfamiliar vocabulary? That's a good question.
It is a good
Um,
question. It is a good question. I think the best thing to do there is um, try to consume. Believe it or not, it's like facing your fears, right? So if you find it very difficult to understand people that speak quickly, the idea is to listen to more people the best you can. Increase the time that you do listening activities. I would recommend, and I think also Jacqueline was asking, what can I do to increase my level? Podcasts are a fantastic idea because sometimes a podcast can focus on a certain topic, or a podcast can be very general. And podcasts can, and try to listen to podcasts that um, that talk about a wide range of things. That way, you're just not learning one thing and learning a specific type of vocabulary. But I also recommend try to watching your movies in English, listening to your music in English, watching your series in English. Try to consume as much as you can to improve your listening. And this way, when you watch movies and do all this immersion, you can increase also the different accents, different intonations, different speed with which people speak, and that will help you in the long run. As we've always said before, teacher, consistency and discipline is the key. When it comes to unfamiliar vocabulary, I think we touched upon this a few times in the past. It all depends. If you have the ability where you can write down those words that you want to learn specifically, you can use AI to do that. You can ask AI to create texts using that list of words that you gave it, and ask the AI to create text using those words, and to regenerate different text every time and give you comprehension questions. This way, you will learn the vocabulary, and not only vocabulary, because reading will also help you with your grammar, with your listening, with your speaking, and with your writing. So that's a fantastic idea if you really want to improve your vocabulary with specific words.
that's it. That's it, teacher. Talking about AI, did you touch base on the on what's it called? Seek
Deep Seek.
DeepSeek, yes, the Chinese one.
I did, and you know what? I think it's very interesting how, because it is a Chinese version of, it's like a ChatGPT in Chinese. It's very interesting how some topics are taboo. So if you ask about, the Chinese government, or you ask about what happened in China in Tiananmen Square, or why is China socialist or something, it will not give you an answer. I do see a difference. I tried DeepSeek and I compared it to answers with ChatGPT, and I noticed that the answers are a little bit. It's a little more wordy. It's a little more
Okay,
wordy. So what does that mean? That it gives you longer answers instead of a
that's
more
it.
condensed version than ChatGPT. But I think it's great. The more, the better for us, the consumers.
But you know what? You know what? That also happens with Perplexity and Gemini, and
Yeah,
I just think, I don't know if it's because it was the first one or why, but I
yeah.
think I genuinely think that ChatGPT is the best option.
I think that's the reason why, because ChatGPT was the first one. So language model. These models are they're learning models. So it's a
That's
little
it.
bit older. So it's
Yeah,
it's it's already it's these other new ones are infants. So they're
that's
just
it. Yeah,
learning, right? And so
that's
I
it.
think that's the reason.
Yeah, I support you on that one. Yeah. All right, teacher. Let's do the last question, and then we go into the class material. What are some practical ways to integrate comprehensible input into my daily routine? We went through this one yesterday, but since today it's English immersion, maybe you want to go for it. I'll
Sure,
make an exception for this one. If you want to go for it, teacher.
sure.
Uh,
Well, I think the question it's in the question, right? How do you integrate something in your daily routine? Integrate it into everything you do throughout the day. Watch the news in English. Watch it in English. If you're going to listen to some music, listen to it in English. If you're in your car or on your way to work, listen to a podcast in English. When you go on your computer in the search engine, make sure the search engine is in English. If you're going to look for information on your phone, make sure everything that you're doing is in English. As a matter of fact, if you do that, it's as close as you can get to living in the country where they speak English. The only difference is that when you go to work and people speak to you, they'll speak in that their native language. But if you do everything else in English, your computer, your telephone, your TV, your streaming platform, then it's going to help you in the long run to improve your English. And I think that's what you should do. Really incorporate it in everything that you can, everything that you have control in.
That's it. Yeah, I agree with you. Yesterday we were talking about a routine that we can design or put into practice, like kind of a daily routine in which we can include 2 hour practice or 2 hour interaction with the language. For example, half an hour listening, half an hour writing, half an hour speaking, half an hour reading, and that way we'll be able to incorporate all four skills in a daily basis. And Jacqueline says as native as possible. I'd say as natural as possible. Probably is probably better. Very good, Lucho. Let's see if we have any other questions here on Instagram. Remember, today we are Gomez Edgar. Hello, Gomez. We are an only English lesson. You can follow us in English with Hernan because I understand. All right, let's see. Daniel, I think it's Daniel. Yes. How are you guys? I'm from Venezuela. I am a lawyer. Oh, very good. I love lawyers. I love the discipline. Um, and then Daniel was telling us here, let me see. Soy Daniel Torres. He says, because I understand listening, but when I want to write or speak, I can't express myself better in English. I will subscribe to your YouTube teachers. Thank you for the class. Welcome, Daniel. Welcome to our channel. Remember, at English with Hernan, you have it here. I'm showing it at English with Hernan on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, and also at El Profesor Hernan if you want content in English and Spanish. I have difficulty speaking English. How can I improve? I think we have answered that one already. Our previous answer was enough. All right, so I think we can go with our content. Remember, today you need a pen, you need paper, you need to take notes, and you need to participate on the chat with all the answers, guys. With all the answers. If we're doing an exercise, it'll be great if you write the answer down in the chat. Just write it down in the chat. If you're on TikTok, come to Facebook, come to Instagram, come to YouTube. If you're on Instagram, you can come to YouTube or Facebook, whatever you want. All right, so welcome to class. Useful phrases, teacher. Is this the second slideshow with useful
It
phrases,
is, teacher.
or what's the story?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we did one maybe yesterday and the day before yesterday, and this is a new one with new phrases. So we're going to learn here phrases that are colloquial, but they're
Okay,
used very much by native speakers, and we're going to do some exercises so we can practice them in context, which is the way you should acquire language.
that's it. Very good. All right, so let's go with number one. All right, so you want to read the contents?
Sure, teacher. So we got here the contents. In this class, we're going to see phrases, which are the vocab. And with that vocab and those phrases, we're going to do fill in the blank exercises, a matching exercise. We even have a role play and a reading comprehension section where we use these phrases.
Very good, very good, very interesting. So let's learn some new phrases. Good luck. All right, guys. So remember, every day, if you come to our class, you will learn at least a couple of new phrases or words. So we do this every day, Monday to Friday. So we do 5 a week. Wednesdays is in English. All right. So on Wednesdays, chances are you will learn even more words and phrases than on the other days, as everything it's in English, right?
That's
So
right.
out of it, what's out of it?
So out of it, this is a very common phrase, teacher. And out of it means, when you're feeling confused, you're not focused. A sample sentence could be, sorry, I'm out of it today. I forgot your name.
All right, very good. So that's when you're like, if you don't remember something, when you have like when you forget something for
Yeah, you
a
forget
short
something
period of time.
momentarily. Right, momentarily. Maybe you're a little bit confused in the moment. Maybe, teacher, it's happened to you, or maybe the people that are watching us, you say, you know what, I'm going to go to the kitchen to get this. And then you go to the kitchen and you forgot why you're there.
That's it,
This,
yeah.
this is what
You know
happens.
what?
I'm out of it.
You know what? That happens to me a lot. We have Samuel Jimenez on Facebook. I want to say hi to Samuel. Samuel, today we are talking about useful phrases, new phrases to learn in English. Remember, today, unfortunately, I can't reply to you in Spanish because today it's only in English. All right. So I need a lot of English. So you are on the right place, Samuel. You are at the right place. Okay, very good. Let's go with the second one. The second example is after a long flight, I was really out of it. That's a
Yeah,
very good one, teacher. You want to
that's a
explain
good
that
one.
one?
Yeah, that's imagine, guys, you have a flight where maybe the flight is a 10-hour flight, or 12-hour flight. In fact, sometimes people get so tired, and so common in English, we say jet lag. I don't know if you
Yes,
know that term, jet lag. So jet lag is when you have a long flight and your body is still getting used to maybe the new time zone, it's getting used to the weather, so on. And so a lot of people feel out of it after a flight.
yes. I think that would be me. Although I don't know, I go to Spain every now and then. Like I'm actually going to Spain on the 21st of Feb, and
Okay.
that's only a 2-hour flight.
2 hour,
And
not bad at all. That's a short one.
well, it's
That's
too long for me. It's too long for me, given
that's
given
not,
that I live given that I live in Europe and everything is too close in here. Like
I've taken flights from New York to Miami, 2 hours. It's not That's nothing, teacher. That's nothing.
I know, but United States is bloody humongous. Like over
Yes.
here, it's not that common. It's not that usual. All right, so
Yeah.
like a flight from here to London, for example, is like 25 minutes.
Oh, really? That's super short. That's like almost from here to Pereira to the capital of Colombia, which is Bogota. That's about a half hour.
That's it, yeah. That's it. Yeah, going from here to London is like going from Bogota to Pereira or the other way
That
around.
flight, teacher, is a piece of cake, which is
That's
our
it.
next phrase. That's our
That's what
next
I
phrase.
that's what I was going to say. That's a piece of cake. If you're going to London from Dublin, that's a piece of cake. All right. So what's a piece of cake then?
So a piece of cake is something that is very easy, very simple. For example, don't worry about the test. It'll be a piece of cake.
All right. Yes. We have the exact same one in Spanish.
Oh, but is it a piece of cake, teacher?
Yes, we have it in Spanish. We say no, 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 no. We say now that you mentioned that, we say
Yeah.
something about bread.
Yeah, you said, well, if we translate it in Spanish, say, oh, that's eating bread. That's
Yeah.
eating bread.
Eating bread. Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So don't worry about the test. It'll be a piece of cake, or for him, solving the puzzle was a piece of cake.
Yeah,
Very
very
good.
easy, very easy.
How about number three? Break the ice.
All right, for break the ice here, guys. Break the ice is now these terms that we're showing you, they're colloquial, but they're not rude, and they can be used in any context. They can be used in a professional context, and they would be totally acceptable. And
Okay.
break the ice is a term used when maybe you want to start a conference, a meeting, you're meeting somebody for the first time, and you don't want people to feel uncomfortable. You want to make people feel comfortable. So to start a conversation in a way to make people comfortable, you break the ice. One example is he told me a funny joke to break the ice at the meeting.
Or it's always hard to break the ice with new people.
That's
So
true.
actually, when you put this one into like job mode or work
Right.
mode, it'll be a very common one at your place of work,
Of course.
right?
In fact, we can even take it a step further. There's another word in English that's called icebreaker, which is kind of the
Icebreaker.
same thing. If I tell a joke, I would say, hey, that's my icebreaker. It's
That's
just
it.
another
Yeah,
way of saying breaking the ice. Yeah.
that's it. Yes, yes, I agree with that one. All right, number four then. Hit the books. All right.
Hit
I like the GIF.
you like that one? Hit the books. Now this is a phrase that we use to say, to start studying hard. So you could say, for example, I need to hit the books if I want to pass my exam.
All right. Or we also have it's time to hit the books before finals. That's like it's time to study before finals or to study for the finals. Is it?
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Study
Very good.
before the test. Yeah.
We have a question here from Samuel Jimenez. He's on Facebook and he says, no, it's not from Samuel. It's from Giancarlos. He says, "Good evening, greetings, teachers. A question: what's the best way to improve my pronunciation?"
Oh, that's a good one. I think we talked about this one before. And a good way to do it is to listen to a native speaker. So listen to the speaker, and if you could see what the speaker is saying, the text of what the
Yes,
speaker is saying, and then you repeat what they say. This is a methodology called the shadowing technique or the imitation technique. And if you can take it a step further and you can record yourself when you do this, and then compare yourself to how you heard the native speaker say it, this is a good way to see in what sounds and what phonetic sounds you need to improve on. I also want to answer Jacqueline's question here. Jacqueline says ice skating, break the ice. So, well, when we're ice skating, we need ice, but break the ice doesn't have anything to do with ice skating. This is what we call, this is a colloquial phrase, right? This is an idiom. We have them in Spanish, and I imagine we have them in all kinds of languages. But this is something that can be translated literally. So ice skating is when you literally skate on ice, but break the ice is something totally different. So okay,
yeah,
just wanted to answer those.
yeah. No, that's good. That's good. Thank you, teacher. We go to number five, which is under the weather.
Ooh,
Under the weather. Is it cold? Tell me about it.
under the weather. You must be under the weather all the time, teacher, because you have some cold weather there in
Oh,
Ireland.
I just put on my jacket. Actually, yeah,
Well,
it's
under
getting
the
cold.
weather. Under the weather is when you feel slightly sick or you feel sick. An example of this could be, I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, so I'll stay home.
Okay. All right. So if I'm not feeling well, I'm feeling under the weather. Is that right?
That's right. That's right. Another example could be, he looked under the weather and left work early.
Okay. All right. Very good. So that's not necessarily feeling sick. It's
Yes,
just
not feeling
it's
good.
not feeling sick. It's just
A
feeling
little bit.
unwell.
Yeah, not feeling a slightly sick, just a little sick.
All right. Very good. Very good. I get you then. I hear you. All right. So let's practice by filling in the blanks. This is where we need you guys to write the answers on the comments below. Okay, so we have a box here: under the weather, break the ice, piece of cake, out of it, and hit the books. So, number one, I forgot my phone again. I'm really today. Ah, that's a good one. That one's very easy, guys.
You think so? You think
If you
so?
wrote down, if you took notes when teacher Lucho explained number one, and if you remember what was number one, then you'll find out. All right, we'll wait for the comments. So we have Charlie. Charlie, he says is out of it. All right, we need two more. So
Good
Charlie is
one.
the first one.
So I want to
Uh,
say hello to Orion that says hello, and Herman says,
Julie,
"Did the weather just turn?" Interesting that phrase.
Julie says out of it. Codex says out of it and hit the books for arroba. I'm not going. This is a funny one. It's a funny tag. It's arroba mel chorizo. Some people are so creative, right?
They are.
Ah,
They really
man,
are.
like some people are so creative. All right, so a lot of them, they coincide or they agree with out of it, and that's the answer, guys. So
Very
very
good,
good.
guys.
We have a question for you on the chat from Jacqueline, teacher, if you want to read it.
Yeah,
So Jacqueline says, "Oh yeah, you just replied actually."
yeah. She says, what's my opinion about the shadowing technique? You know, it's so weird, teacher. This shadowing technique, or imitation technique, like I just explained, there are many videos on YouTube. As a matter of fact, teacher, we should create some of those videos. They'd be easy to do. All you have to do, guys, you can look for these videos on YouTube or maybe other platforms. Is you see somebody saying a phrase, and then the subtitles are in English, the captions in English, and then there's a pause, and you repeat what you heard. Right? This is called the shadowing technique, and I think it's a fantastic technique. Now, this is kind of what they used to do, back in the day, where the teacher would go on the board and say, "Okay, repeat after me."
Yeah,
But the thing is, the most important thing is that it has to be a native speaker that is doing this. Now, we've talked also that it doesn't have to be an American accent, it doesn't have to be an English accent, it doesn't have to be necessarily an Australian accent, but any native accent where where they're pronouncing the word correctly is important, because you're going to be imitating their sound. That's why it's called the imitation technique or the shadowing technique. I think it's a fantastic technique, but I think you should add that one element where you should record yourself, so then you can compare yourself to the native speaker. And I think that's a fantastic technique.
that's it. Yes. And then Herman Gomez, he says tomorrow you'll be under the weather whether you like it or not. Very good.
Hey,
That's
teacher, maybe
that's
I
a
can.
good thing.
I'm sorry to cut you off, teacher. Maybe I can give the students a good web page to practice. It does kind of does like a shadowing technique exercise.
Uh-huh.
It's called Speech Ace. I really recommend it. It's
Speech
free.
aids. Oh yes, we can show it at the end. Remind me at the
Sure,
end, please.
sure thing.
Uh, Teacher, you want to explain? They're asking for did the weather just turn?
Did the weather just turn? Well, that's kind of different, because when we say did the weather just turn, they're talking about the actual weather. They're
Yeah.
not talking about being sick. Now remember, these phrases that we're watching today, they are idioms. They're colloquial terms that cannot be translated literally. So when we say under the weather, it really has nothing to do with the climate. It's talking
That's it.
about that we feel sick. Where if we say did the weather turn, we are talking about the climate. So
And we're
you
and
got
we're and if we're asking if the weather turned, we're trying to find out if there was a change in the weather,
right,
right?
correct,
So I
right.
suppose Herman is asking that because I had to stand up and put on my jacket, and actually yes, it got a bit cold. I only had a jumper before, but now I have a jumper and a jacket because we are only 1 degree, but it feels like -3. And for some reason, here in Europe, it's not like in the United States that you have the heater on all the time. You over here,
Right.
teacher, we only turn on the heater, let's say 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening, and at the moment, currently, it's off. So
Wow.
I'm not freezing because I'm used to it, but I needed to put on my jacket actually. All right, so
That was
we
what
have
I was going
we
to
have
say.
Nilton from Instagram. He says, "Could I use hit the books in a formal conversation?"
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Milton, all of the phrases that we're looking at today, although they're idioms, they're colloquial language, they're not phrases that are rude. There are phrases that can be used in any situation, whether they be formal or informal. So no worries there. Let's take a look
Okay,
at number two, teacher. This number
go
two
on, teacher.
says she has a big test tomorrow. It's time for her to blank. What could we put in there, guys? Let's see what you got. Let's write down those answers in the comments. Let's see who has the answer to number two.
All right, guys, we read you. I'm typing here my tag, my at English with Hernan, so you can follow us on English with Hernan, because on this channel you find content only in English. If you think or if you want to learn English with content in English, or if you want to do fully immersion, then you can come to our new channel, which is at English with Hernan. We'll be doing live stream on this one every Wednesday in English, but as we promised, we're still on both channels. Even though my old channel, Professor Hernan, that one is in Spanish and English, because we have our niche, Spanish speakers. Well, a lot of you might be interested in learning English with content only in English, and that's why you should follow us in English with Hernan. We are on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. We're not on Facebook yet, and yeah, that's it. So if you want to
Yeah.
follow us, you can feel free to follow us, and that's it. So Nilton says, "Thanks, teacher, for your answers. No bother." And now I want to see if we have any answers for this one. So Jacqueline says, "Hit the books." Number two is hit the books, according to Jacqueline. We don't have an answer from people on TikTok. We have 540 likes on TikTok, teacher. That's very good.
Wow. That's crazy.
Considering that we're only doing it in English today, that's very good. I'm glad to read that. And then we have, let's see, on Instagram, we have any answers for number two? Yes, we have here piece of cake. I doubt it, but we have two people. We need one more, guys. One more. So let's read the question again. She has a big test tomorrow. It's time for her to.
Okay, there's one of these phrases, guys, of the phrases we have in the options that is especially used when we have to study. Which of these phrases has to do with studying? Keep that in mind.
All right, we have the third question. The third answer here. Another person says, "Hit the books." Charlie Timothy, hit the books. Let's see. And then we also have Rosa here. She says, "Hit the books." Very good. Let's see what the answer is. and it is hit the books, guys. Very good. Very good. So this is amazing, teacher, because they're finding out that we can really they can do it in English as well.
Yeah, that's
We we've
fantastic,
been
guys.
we've been speaking English for 40 minutes now. They've been listening to us in English for 40 minutes, and a lot of them are giving us the right answer, which is good.
Fantastic. I like what Herman says. He says, please don't hit the books. They are going to hold it against you. Look at Herman with hold it against you. That's a good phrase, Herman.
That's a good one. Yes, that's Herman is clearly not an A1 or not an
No,
A2.
no, he's up there. He's up there.
Yeah, yeah,
He's got a good level. All right, let's
yeah.
go to number 3. Let's see what we got here, teacher. This one, oh boy. This, look at the kid in the GIF. He is tired. It says, don't worry about the homework. It's really easy. It's a. It's really easy. That's the most important part of uh, that exercise there, number 3. It's really easy. What do we do there? What could we use to fill in the blank, guys? Don't worry about the homework. It's really easy. It's a. Hmm. 3 people that can tell us the answer. Write them down in the comments. Let's see what we can get. And while you guys are writing down those comments, I would like to remind you guys that we're doing this podcast 5 times a week. We're going to do it 2 times a week in English, right, teacher? That's the idea. 2 times a week. One or
For
2.
the moment. One for the moment. Yes,
One
in
for the
the aim.
one in English and the other one's in kind of a hybrid English Spanish. For those
Yes.
of you that want to see the last podcast, you can go to the other channel that we have and watch those. And also, we have English courses for those of you who are interested in improving your English. You can take the test to see where you are at free of charge, so we can put you in an English course that is exactly for your level of English. All right, what do we got, teacher? How many we got?
So we have all right, so yes, we have a user. This I can't read. This is 2II2IZ. She says piece of cake, or they say piece of cake. Darcy Pardo, piece of cake. Gulimelne, piece of cake. Oh my God, hard names to read. Diego, he says under the weather. Then Julie, piece of cake.
Lorena,
Arlen,
piece of cake.
piece
All
of
right.
cake. Yeah, a lot of them say piece of cake. And then on YouTube, we have Lorena. She says piece of cake. So let's see what the answer is, guys. And it is
Piece
indeed
of cake.
cake. Very good. Number 4.
All right, number 4, guys. Number 4 says he left the party because he was not feeling. Oh, he was not feeling. I put God. I'm missing an O there, teacher. I'm not feeling God. He said he was. He said he was. All right, so he's not feeling good. He said he was. What can it be there, guys? What can it be there? I'm gonna add that O right now. There you go. There you go. I added that O. All right,
Did you?
so.
All right.
He did. He left the party because he was not feeling good. He said he was blank. What could it be? What do we use? Now, the last part of that phrase is the most important part. He was not feeling good.
I think I
Okay.
think I think you're giving them the answer there with
You
that.
think
He
you
was
think
not
so,
feeling
teacher?
good.
I'm
Yes.
just helping them a little bit. I'm just trying to help a little bit, teacher. Gotta help them out a little bit. All right.
Bernardino. I don't know if it's Bernardino or Bernardino. He says, "Hey teacher, my name is not hard. It is not indeed, but I don't know if I'm saying Bernardino or Bernardino." So Julie says under the weather. Melne says under the weather. Same with
Jacqueline. Jacqueline
the
says under
Felix
the
man.
weather as well.
And Jacqueline says under the weather. So I think the answer is under the weather, guys. Very
Good
good.
job. Good job, guys.
Number 5, we have to start the meeting. The manager told a joke to.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Remember,
All right.
we have 5 options: under the weather, break the ice, piece of cake, out of it, and hit the books. So what could be the answer for this one, guys?
What
To
could be the
start the
answer?
meeting, the manager told a joke to.
And while the students write down the answer, I'd also like to invite people to subscribe to the channel. And you can also buy the membership, which gives you exclusive content. And the idea is that, tell people who are trying to improve their English to join our podcast. It's totally free. And if we grow this community enough, we can make even better content for you guys, and, maybe even more often. So invite
That's it.
people to join.
Yes, that's the whole idea. If we can make this project as big as we want, then we'll be creating content full time for you
Full
guys.
time, for sure.
Yes, yes. So this is what we like. So yes. So we have Lorena. She says, "Break the ice, break the ice," and then let's see what do we have on Instagram. The Felix Cat 27. They say, "Break the ice." Same with Guli Melne. Break the ice. The Tweeties, break the ice. Bernardino, he clarified already. He's from Mexico, so it's Bernardino. Break the ice.
Mexico the
Julie,
beautiful.
break the ice. Napalm, break the ice, and Elion, break the ice. So I think we have enough, and that's the answer. Break the ice. Very good.
Good. I want to point out, Jacqueline also said lighten the mood. That's a good one too. Lighten the mood is a synonym of break the ice. Here, teacher, we have some matching exercises, and here we're going to match the phrase with the correct meaning. So it's kind of a
Okay.
reverse of what we did in the beginning. And this is
All
a good
right.
way also to learn the word by matching exercise. So let's take a look at that. What will we have here, teacher? We got the first one, or the first question says confused or not focused. Which one of those phrases means that? Click one more time. You'll see a pretty good GIF that can give us a visual of somebody that is confused or not focused. Look at that. Joe
Ah,
Biden.
my
Joe
God.
Biden is a little confused. He's
Ah,
not
that's
focused.
hilarious.
He's confused. He's confused. He's not focused.
How dare you put Joe Biden
Oh, come on. Come on.
this week when everybody's talking about Mr. Trump?
Well, I'm glad that Joe can finally go and he doesn't have to work anymore. He can now focus on just relaxing because he
Yeah,
should not have been president for so long.
yeah, he,
Um,
he he might be confused now. All
yeah,
right, yeah, but no politics, no religion in this channel.
no, sir.
Please, please leave Brandon alone. That's what Herman says. Herman, you're a bit too funny today. All right, so we have here. Let's see on Instagram. They say out of it. Okay, out of it. Out of it as well for Lupita Cruz. Guys, come on. Where are you watching us from? Where are you from? Have you followed us on English with Hernan? Come here. I need to know if you have followed us on English with Hernan. We are on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. So number one, Samuel Jimenez, he says out of it. Uh,
Andrea says, I think hit the books.
hit the
Let's
books.
see.
Okay.
Okay, let's see who else. One more person. Let's see if we can,
One
with
more.
one more.
Yes. Yes. We need one more. And we have it here. Elion out of it. Bernardino from Mexico. Very good. So we have out of it. A lot of people are saying out of it. And that's it, guys. Very good. Out of it.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Well
Let's go
done.
to the
Well
next one.
done, guys. Come here, come here, like you've been listening to two people speaking English for 50 minutes now, and
Yeah.
you're still getting correct answers. So that means you probably have a good level of English. You need to
Yeah.
value that.
And you
Up,
know what, guys? Teacher, even for those people that do not have a high level of English, if they keep watching us, they're going to improve because this is comprehensible input. The difference from this program that we do compared to just listening to a podcast is that here we're working vocabulary, we're working reading, we're working listening. So we're working a lot of different skills, guys. So take advantage of this and tell other people they can join us to improve their English as well.
this this is our third class this week, teacher. So we are completing 3 hours already. For
Wow.
example, Jacqueline that has been here every day, this is her third third hour in this week. 3 hours. If she keeps it up for the whole month, then
That
at
should
the
be
end
a
of the
lot.
month, she would have studied 20 hours for free
Wow.
live. So that's why I think you should follow us. All right,
For sure.
guys, very good. So number two, we have to study hard.
To
What's
study
the
hard.
option for study hard?
All right.
In the
Click it one
meantime,
time.
don't
Let's see the
forget to
gift.
like. Just tap the screen if you want to like this live and follow us if you haven't. All right, follow
Yeah.
us. Just hit the
Click one
follow
time,
button.
teacher. Why don't you click it one time so we can get a gift?
All
Look
right.
at
Oh my
this
God.
guy's really studying. This guy's really studying hard, huh?
Yes.
That's Jacqueline. That's how Jacqueline studies.
Indeed, yes, 100%. So we have Jacqueline. Actually, Jacqueline, she says hit the books.
Good job, Jacqueline. See who else has an answer. Remember
Julie,
the options have are under the weather, break the ice, piece of cake, out of it, or hit the books. What do you got, guys?
Julie also says hit the books. And then let's see what we have on Instagram. Elion hit the books. Lupita hit the books. Yeah, a lot of them are saying hit the books. So I think we can
There
verify
we
it.
go.
Very good.
Good guy.
That's
Good
it,
guy.
guys. If you said hit the books, you were right. Very
Correcto.
good. Number three.
Number
To
three, we got
start,
to start a conversation. All
is
right.
there a gift? Is there a gift for this one,
There's a
teacher?
gift. There's a gift for everyone there.
All right.
All
Try
right.
try not to laugh.
All right. So, to start a conversation, you want to lighten the mood. You want to kind of make people feel more comfortable. What do you do? What's the phrase we would use in this context?
Yeah, that's a
People that have any questions about the courses that we also offer can write an email right to you, teacher.
yes. That's it. Englishwithhernan@gmail.com, for example.
Is it in Instagram? You have a link where it links you to what's up, right?
It links you to WhatsApp, yes, if you want to sign up in our courses. And also you can DM us.
Yep.
And the whole idea is we are going to offer a conversation club on this new channel, which is English with Hernan. Because if you come to this channel, it means that you have a good level,
That's right. That's right. You know what,
regardless.
teacher? I
Regardless,
wanna
because this one it's only in English, like it's fully immersion.
full immersion. Teacher,
Yeah.
I want to say something. You said DM. You said that the people can DM us. So
Yes.
for those of you who don't know what DM means, this is an acronym that means direct message. You can
Yes.
direct message us. You can DM us. Yeah.
Very good. And Daniel Torres, he says, okay, so Jacqueline says break the ice. Lorena says break the ice. Same with Julie. Herman, yes. Are we on the same one? Yes. Yes. But Daniel Torres, he says, break the ice because I need more speak English. LOL. What's LOL, teacher? LOL.
Well, that's another acronym. You said DM. LOL is another acronym that means laugh out loud.
All
Uh,
right.
Another very popular one is OMG, which
Oh my
means
God.
oh my god. In fact, you know what? I can maybe do a class. I should create a class based on acronyms. We have so many in English.
Oh, that would be good. I'm pretty sure Jacqueline will love it. She's always asking for these acronyms. Herman says, "Oh my God, OMG, I'm dyslexic today." Okay, very good. Let's see what do we have here to start the conversation. Break the ice. Very good, guys. You were right again. Number 4, we have feeling slightly sick. Oh my God, Lucho. That gift. He's not slightly sick. He's nearly having a heart attack. What kind of gift is that?
Well, I try to exaggerate to help the students as much as possible.
Oh
I
my
think
gosh.
I think he showed him the answer by mistake, but that's okay, guys. For those of you that didn't see,
Yeah,
what
I
is
know.
feeling slightly sick? Maybe people that live in a very cold country, maybe they can get sicker than people that live in a normal country. Possibly they get more colds, they get more things like that.
Hmm.
This is a phrase that we use when we are not feeling well.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Now I want to take the opportunity. A lot of people don't know the word ill. They know the word sick, but they don't know the word ill. And we spell the word ill with
L.
ILL. And the
Yes.
word ill is a synonym of the word sick. So I feel ill is another way of saying I feel sick because that's one that many students don't know the word ill.
That's it. Yeah. Very good. So we have Rosa, Julie, and Lorena. The three of them have said under the weather. And then we have Ave de Vuelo on Instagram under the weather. Let's see what else we have. Sikal under the weather. Bernardino under the weather. And yes, I think we can go ahead with this one, and that is under the weather.
Under- Good job, guys. Fantastic.
Number very easy. Yes, number five, something very easy.
Something very easy, guys. What can it be? What can it be? It's kind of like this exercise. This exercise is very easy. What is another way of saying very easy, guys? It's another phrase that's like very easy. Maybe you guys have heard it. Easy peasy. Maybe you've heard of easy peasy. And
Easy
that's
peasy.
easy peasy
Or
means
very or,
very,
or, or very straightforward.
yeah, very straightforward.
Do you
True.
use that one in the States?
Not too much.
Oh really?
Not too much. We use it, but we use it in a different way. If we say that person's very straightforward, is that they go straight to the point. This is a person
Okay.
that doesn't. Oh, we have a phrase for that. That's a person that doesn't beat around the bush. Somebody that
Okay.
doesn't beat around the bush. Somebody that gets straight to the point.
All right. No, we use the straightforward for something that is very easy.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. All right, what do we
Yes.
got, teacher? How many people
So
have
don't, so,
answered?
so so don't say that person is very straightforward in Ireland because
Wow.
that might be
Interesting.
a different story. Yeah, I don't know
Interesting.
if yeah, I've only heard this in the context of something being easy. Okay, so we have piece of cake from Danielle, from Lorena, from Julie, from Rosa, from Jacqueline. She says piece of chocolate cake. Gladys, piece of cake. Ave de Vuelo, Brenton. Who else, guys? Who else has the answer for this one? Remember to type the answer. Write the answer below. Type it in the comments. Um, by the way, teacher, you want to explain to them the difference between typing and writing?
Yes, that's a good one. So typing is when we use our fingers to write letters with a device. It could be a keyboard. It could be maybe a dial pad on a telephone. It could be maybe our telephone, our cell phone. We type when we text. We type or text when you use a keyboard on a computer. That is typing. In fact, before we had computers, we used to have typewriters, and typewriters were those machines where they used to go clack 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 clack, clack to write letters and stuff.
I
So,
remember that. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So the answer is piece of cake indeed. Very good. What do we have here now? Role play. I suppose we're not doing the role play, are we? No.
Well, if you want, teacher, we can do the role play. I mean, you can be Tom and I'll be Sarah if you want.
Okay. So hey, Sarah, how was your day?
It was tough. I'm really out of it.
Oh, you should get some rest.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little under the weather too.
Maybe just hit the bed instead of hitting the books tonight.
I wish, but I've got a big exam tomorrow, so I need to hit the books.
Well, I'm sure it'll be a piece of cake for you.
Thanks, Tom. You always know how to break the ice when I'm stressed.
Let's make a pause here, teacher, and let's explain hit the bed.
Hit the
What's
bed.
to
There you
hit the
go.
bed?
So hit the bed is when we're going to go to sleep. We have hit the books, which means we're going to study, and hit the
Okay.
bed is when we're going to go to sleep. It means go to bed to go to sleep. Is hit the bed.
All right. Very good. Very good. So that's another way, guys. Write it down. Another way to say that I'm going to sleep is I'm going to hit the bed. You know what? We have a similar one here in Ireland, teacher. When we're heading out, we
Oh, really?
say I'm going to hit the road.
Oh, that's very common in the U.S. as well. Hit the
All right.
road.
Yeah. Or I'm out of the gap.
Now that one I didn't know, teacher. Out of the
All
gap.
right. Yeah, I'm out of the
Yeah,
gap.
that one I didn't know. Maybe the people watching us have heard the song by Ray Charles, "Hit the Road." Hit the
Yes.
road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. No. So that's look. Hit the road is commonly used. Commonly
Yeah.
used.
Yeah. Yeah. That one is very common. But over here, even more common. It's I'm out the gap.
Oh, out the gap. Look at that. I think that's very Irish. I've never heard of that one before.
Yeah, I'd say it's very Irish because when you type it in Google, it even comes out like a lot of people saying that that's their favorite Irish saying. So I'd say
You
it's
know,
very Irish.
it
Yeah, I'm out
is.
the gap.
I mean, it sounds like it's very Irish. Teacher,
Yes.
I wanted you to before we leave, because I mean we're almost done here. We're an hour in. I
Yeah.
wanted to show the class a speech ace before we go.
Oh yes, you want to go ahead with it. So we're going to
Yeah,
leave
but
here, guys. We're going to leave here, guys. This will be a conversation class with us. This is our material. I don't design it. Lucho does it. I'm not going to take credits. So this is his copyright there, and this is what we use in our classes. All our classes are always recorded, so you'll be able to see if you're not able to attend, but hopefully you are, because a language is about interacting, right?
for sure,
But
for
but
sure,
but if for X or Y reason you're not able to attend, then you can watch the class afterwards. And so, yeah, if you're interested in one of our courses, just drop an email there, English with Hernan or El Profesor Hernan at gmail.com. So, teacher, you want to share screen there? Oh, I
sure,
see.
teacher.
I see you're here. Yeah.
So this web page, guys, we've been talking about the imitation technique or the shadowing technique. It's a great way to improve your pronunciation, and we have different things we can do here. You could do a speaking test. I think the speaking test is pretty cool because you take the test, and when you finish the test, you'll see something like this, where they'll tell you your level of pronunciation, your fluency, vocabulary, and grammar. So I think that's pretty cool. But I'm going to show you guys the actual exercises you can do. Here, you click on Try in Browser. And when you click on Try in Browser, it's going to take us to this section where we see many different exercises that we can do to practice our pronunciation. And funny thing, teacher, this web page is actually from Vietnam. This is a page from
Okay.
Vietnam, and it's really fantastic.
All
So
right.
here we have different activities. Each one of these, each one of these will take us to a series of exercises. I'm going to just show you one. Maybe I'll show you some simple sentences. So you'll see here we have a sentence, and we can listen to the sentence here,
I ate a snack.
and then, and this is what the shadowing technique is. We're listening to it,
I ate a
we
snack.
are reading it, and then when you are ready, you're going to click on this microphone, you repeat what you heard, and as soon as you finish saying the sentence, you click on it again. We give it permission. I ate a snack. And now it's going to give us a score here at the bottom, 99%. I almost got 100, teacher. But to be honest, guys, if you get 80% or more on the sentence, you're doing pretty good. Then you go to the next exercise here by clicking continue. And there you go. This is a very easy way to practice your pronunciation. Now, what happens if I pronounce a word incorrectly?
My friend and I play.
My friend and I play. Now, I didn't pronounce this word correctly, so it's in red. So what you can do is you click on it and you can see how it's pronounced
Friend,
and how I pronounced it. Friend. So it tells us where we can improve. And there you go. So this is a pretty cool web page. Very easy, guys. I really recommend it. It's Speech Ace,
You want
speechace.com.
you want to send the link, teacher. So
Sure thing. I'm gonna send it. I'll send it through the chat, guys.
very good. Yeah, if you send the link there, so we can share it with them, and then send it on the private chat as well, so I can share it with the lads. The lads. That's very Irish as well. With the
There you
lads,
go.
with the lads on Instagram and
Yeah, it didn't let me share through the chat here, guys. I'm gonna I'll try again, but it didn't let me. So I'm gonna maybe try through the other one. I don't know. Try this one.
I think yeah, I'm gonna send it here anyway. I sent it already, teacher,
Okay,
and
great.
I'm also sending it on Facebook. Today we're also on LinkedIn, teacher.
Oh, really? Fantastic.
Yeah, LinkedIn, because my LinkedIn is in English. So whenever I do anything in English, then I just throw it on there. And then we have yeah, English with Hernan on YouTube, on Facebook, and then Instagram. They also want the link for the speech ace.
Sure, sure.
All right, teacher. How about Arlet? There is the link, so you can just click on it. If you can't click on it, just copy and paste or retype it. All right, teacher. So let's call it a day.
Let's
You
call it a
reckon?
day. Let's hit the bed, teacher.
Let's do it. Yes, yes. Hit the sack. Yeah, let's call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's call it a day. So for those of you, when we say let's call it a day, that means we're done,
We're done. Yeah, we're
right?
finishing. We're
Yeah,
gonna
we're
finish.
hitting out. We're out the gap. All
Yeah.
right. All right. So everybody, I hope you've liked this class. We'll see you again next Wednesday if you want only English. Remember to follow us, to subscribe, because we're going to be posting content more often in our English profiles. And then also remember to follow us in at El Profesor Hernan. And we're doing Monday to Friday, we're doing live stream on it. So I we will see you again tomorrow, hopefully. And that's it. Let's call it a day, guys. I'm going to
Take care,
close up
guys.
here on
Goodbye to everybody.
Instagram.
See you guys tomorrow.
Yes, then we're going to